What is up, YouTube? We are back at it again with a new video for you guys. So keeping in the theme of Disney Cruise, we thought it'd be a great idea to give you guys some tips. A lot of our friends and family and even on YouTube have asked us, what do you recommend? So we're gonna do this in a two-part series. The first one's going to be things that you need to know before you jump on your cruise, okay? And stay tuned for part 2.
So today we're gonna start with booking. Things you need to know and things you need to know before booking. So first things first, try to look for the low seasons because the price dramatically change.
So if your vacation is flexible where you're not specifically stuck to a date, go on there and double check, like you said, the low season time frames because the price difference is nice.
A cruise in April it's like $1,000 more than a book in July, June. So make sure if you get a chance, try to look for those days that are not necessarily, and also you will get a ship that's not that full, and it's more of a private, little private vacation if you go to a low season. And also look for those special offers. It's really hidden, but if you scroll all the way down on the Disney Cruise app, you can find those special offers. And sometimes they have last minute booking offers, especially for Florida residents. They sometimes do up to 30% off on your cruise. And sometimes for military, but for military, they only allow a certain percentage of the cruise to be military discount. So let's just say for this cruise, they only have 60. So the first 60 military that book, that's all the discounts are given. So make sure you're paying attention to that. I know we all like to plan ahead, but sometimes those last minute bookings will save you a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, once you do your booking for dining, and
so for nursery under 3, so children under 3 and you want to use the nursery services, the dining, adult only dining, and
those if you want
excursions.
Yeah, if you want to do those extra dinings that are not the part of your rotation, if you can book those ahead, you'll have a greater chance, especially for the brunch. The brunch is booked immediately. So try to get those bookings before. And any excursions, you can still do your excursions in the boat, in the island, but if you can book those prior, will save you, not save you, but it will give you a for sure thing that you're gonna do those things. You don't have to do excursions though. We never do excursions. We just go down and explore the islands by ourselves.
But that's an option and definitely something you want to book before you get on the cruise. And then back to the nursery, it's we do have, or Disney Cruise Lines does have a lot of activities for different age groups. Those are completely free. Those are included. You don't need to make reservations for it until you actually make use of it with your children. But the 3 and under nursery, you do have to book in advance, and then there is a surcharge. So that's something really interesting.
It's an hourly charge,
to consider. We don't have any children, but that's something that I would like to mention.
And very important, once you do your booking, you can check in 70 days prior, and I suggest you do that because you have to put all your personal information, obviously, your passport information, and you don't, as of right now, you do not need to be vaccinated. But if you are, you upload your vaccination information to a link that they'll give you, something passport, and if you're not vaccinated, you will have to get tested prior to boarding. And the test is given on site, or you have to show up with a test. So just make sure you do your checking prior. It's going to make your life a lot easier.
Especially because with us, it's already changed. The first time we did a cruise, it was mandatory. The second time, it's not mandatory. But now, like he said, those are the new steps. So it may change, but stay updated with what's required and how much in advance that needs to be uploaded.
Also with passports, and this is not just cruises, this is anytime you travel, make sure your passports doesn't expire within 6 months of that cruise. It needs to be validated more than 6 months after the last day of your cruise. So make sure you look at those expiration dates, and if not, you can get it expedited. It's a little bit more expensive, but make sure you check your passports. The next thing we want to talk about is bring your snorkel gear.
Oh, for the excursions,
Yes.
like we said, like you can book those out and they're great. I've heard really, really great reviews about the excursions, and it's really nice to have that all set up. So far, we have not taken advantage of that. Maybe we will in the future, but for example, we wanted to still snorkel, and there is an area where we can still snorkel without having to book an excursion. So we took the opportunity to go and buy some snorkeling gear, a waterproof case, and as well, I'm sure you could have packed some flippers or some shoes that you can walk on water.
Yes, and that will save you a lot of money, because if you stop on 4 islands and you rent a snorkel gear on 4 different islands,
yeah.
At the highest we've seen is $40 to rent it, and that's actually more expensive than what it costs.
Well, we actually, and now we have it for other vacations and future.
And let me just tell you, if you guys go on a Disney cruise, you have to snorkel on the beach.
On Castaway Cay.
Yeah, on Castaway Cay.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because it's just amazing. Like, you don't have to snorkel on the other islands, but make sure you snorkel on that island, because you will find some amazing things on that one.
Yeah, and Enrique was able to go even further out on the different islands that we went to, which was Virgin Islands, and he saw some sea turtles.
Oh
like,
my
that
God,
was
yes.
really nice. So that's a nice little addition. Like, okay, I could buy that prior and then just take it with me to the cruise.
Yeah. And also make sure you bring a waterproof cell phone case.
Oh yeah.
Because those videos under the water are amazing. And even if you don't want to take videos underwater, but on the cruise, you have a high propensity of dropping your phone in some type of water.
Oh, yeah.
If you drop it in the ocean,
yeah,
you're never gonna see it. But if you drop it in the beach, drop it in the pool.
And we just bought one for both of us.
Also, make sure you bring cash for the islands.
Yes.
A lot of the places, they don't take credit cards, or we don't suggest using your debit cards or credit cards in other places.
It's just like an extra safety
It's
measure.
just safer. Make sure you don't bring too much cash, because that also calls attention, but just bring enough cash. Also, once you get into the port, if you are driving, you will have to pay for parking.
Right.
And I think last time for 8-day cruise, we ended up paying $260.
Yeah, it was a lot.
For the parking, and that's a little bit of extra.
But that's not necessarily, you don't have to do cash with that one.
No. But just
that's
saying,
something to
that's
consider. For before you get on your cruise, here is technically an additional cost that you need to consider. Is if you drive to the port, you pay for parking.
Yes. Also, if you book far ahead, try to pick the earliest arrival date, just so you can take advantage of the cruise. You want to take advantage of the early lunch before anything starts. Just make sure
we didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that there was like roofs and windows. Yeah, and once it's your window, like you better go. Like go to the port, go to the parking. Let them take your luggage. They won't let you go too much in advance. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes before. But I just say, like, if your time block is 12:30, start pulling in at 12:15.
Yeah, because we did show up one time an hour early, and they did turn us around. But that's just only if you're driving. If you're taking public transportation, if you're taking Disney transportation, you're gonna arrive when the buses arrive. They do have transportation from Disney resorts in Orlando to Port Canaveral, but then you're at their leisure whenever they arrive. You're not gonna miss your cruise, but you're gonna arrive when you arrive. But if you're driving, taking Uber, make sure you pick those early windows so you can get that extra time in the cruise, because you definitely want all the time you want.
And we have noticed a quick little tip about on it. A lot of people rush, I think, to lunch.
Yes.
And the buffet. We try to go and take advantage of the open house, but that's for the next video.
Yeah, it's because we don't have kids. We can't go during the day. Also, make sure and I'm gonna let Cassandra talk on this, the Amazon purchases before the cruise.
Yeah, so I definitely love to search on Amazon for multiple things, but for example, something I really liked was I bought these magnets that I saw somebody use on TikTok on the cruise. So I don't know what is on there. I mean, obviously it's magnetic, but or metal, but you can get these little magnets, and we'll put them in the link below, so you can have access to them very quickly. But they're magnets that have hooks, and what we put, and if you see in one of our cruise videos, Enrique hooked up all my ears
yeah.
and then my lounge fly. So that was really nice because it wasn't thrown everywhere. The first time I went on a cruise, like my ears were all
Everything
over the
was
place.
everywhere.
So it was really, and it kind of gave like a little decor, like a little like
Makes you feel
personal,
homey.
yeah, a little personal decor for you. And then you can also hang up other things. So that's a really nice plus. The magnets, and then also you can buy ears on Amazon. We also have Pirates Night on a cruise,
Yes.
Disney cruise. So you want to get maybe some pirate like outfits or something like that.
And like go all out, like you'll be surprised. People like go all out for those nights. It's so much fun, and it's so much better when you're
Yeah.
in it, when you're dressed like
Yeah.
everybody. It's so much
Yeah,
fun.
I even bought Enrique some sandals that he can walk around the pool area, and they're Mickey themed. There's a lot of Disney stuff that you can buy on there. We bought
Also
some shorts.
for door decorations.
Oh,
People
yes.
go all out
That's
for
a
those
good one,
decorations.
yes.
So make sure you get a little magnets, whatever you want to do. People were printing out pictures of their family.
Yeah. All the cruises
it said
that
like
they've done
the
in the
Smith
past.
family.
Definitely. They
Yeah.
did like Lilo and Stitch theme, princess theme, anything that you want to add on
There
there.
was one couple in our that had 101st visit, and they had 101st
Yeah, it was
Disney
really nice.
cruise. It was awesome. So like, you guys need to go all out when it comes to
Yeah,
this.
so
It's much
we'll
fun.
leave a link on Disney Amazon finds that we've had on the comment on
Yeah.
the description.
Also, unlike other cruises, you can bring alcohol to this
Oh
cruise.
yeah.
If you have your favorite wine, if you have your favorite rum,
If you're
or-
celebrating something like champagne and you want to take it, the cruise, of course, they do offer alcohol. There is drinks, and they even offer bottle service and whatnot. But they do allow you to take 2 bottles per person.
no per
Each person.
stateroom, per stateroom.
Oh, per stateroom,
Yeah.
yes, per stateroom, or a 6-pack of beer,
Yeah.
or seltzers maybe.
And every time you get on an island, you can buy a bottle and bring it back to the cruise.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool because I mean now you're not purchasing each drink. Maybe I've noticed some people tend to have like a glass of wine, you know, by the end of the night, or a cocktail right before they head out for the day, but they have it in their room. So that's pretty cute.
And also, and not least, definitely your medications. Make
yeah.
sure you bring your medications for the cruise. If you're a person to tend to get seasick, definitely for the first day. The first day, while you get used to it, and also like that's the day that the cruise shakes the most. Definitely have those Pepto-Bismol or Tums or whatever you think you're gonna help, and also like high blood pressure medicine, whatever you need. They do have a little, not pharmacy area, but a little
Yeah.
like medication area. Obviously, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah,
but,
so you might as well pack that prior, and if you didn't use it, just save it for yourself in the future.
but it's definitely something you want to bring to the cruise, because you're not always gonna find the one. If you really like this medicine, they might not have it on the cruise.
So one of the last things I want to mention is the room type. So you also get to book the specific type of room that you like. So you do have different options.
Yeah, so you will have at least 3 options. You're gonna have an inside room, which is no windows. They do have a digital window,
Yeah.
and you'll see some characters from Nemo and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's really
that.
cute. Or
It's
like the
pretty cute.
stars at night.
It's super nice. You will have one with a actual window that looks to the outside, and you will have the favorite.
The veranda. So the veranda is like, if we can always do the veranda, we're gonna do it. But of course, I know that sometimes, you know, if we can't, we can't. But the one with the veranda, I really like, just because in the morning we get to go and have like our little cafecito on the balcony. We get to just enjoy and relax, and then at night, my favorite thing since the first cruise is like sleeping with the door a little bit open, and then hearing the waves like as you go to sleep or as you wake up. Like Enrique wakes up first before me, so he'll go and open the sliding door, and I'm like, oh, just to wake up to the waves is so nice.
It's so amazing. And then also you get to pick the floor you want to, well, depending on how long before you book.
Yeah, you might not have as many options,
Yes.
but there is an option to choose the floor or where.
Forward, middle, or back.
Yeah.
We love being in the middle
Yeah.
because we're close to the elevators, we're close to the stairs. it might be a little bit more noisy if you are,
because there's
by
just so
the
much
stairs,
foot
yeah.
traffic, because it's the elevators and the stairs and everybody's going through them. But I feel like I love the convenience of it being right outside our room. Like,
Yes.
we don't have to continue to walk a whole nother hallway just to get to the elevator. We actually take the stairs, so it's really nice just to have the stairs and go up and down. And it is 14 decks,
Yeah.
so you do want to be closer to that because you limit a little
Yeah.
bit of steps.
And also, if you're an adult, if your adult no kids, you can also pick one on the side of the adult area, so
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
listen to that many kids if that's a problem for you.
Yeah, because then when you're getting out of your room, you're probably gonna go straight to the adult area,
Yeah.
so you're not all the way across the other side of the boat.
And last but definitely not least is the concierge rooms.
Yes,
Those rooms are a pretty penny.
pretty.
Last cruise was $2,600 for us, almost $3,000. I forgot. But the concierge for that same room, for that same cruise,
Yes.
was about $8,000 to $10,000.
And we've been looking, like, you guys know we're planning the next cruise, right? We've been like, oh, what would be this? What would be that for the concierge? One of them we saw for $20K.
Yes, that's the high. Well, we heard of a $30,000, but us personally looking,
Yeah.
the highest we've seen is $20,000.
So that's a whole nother world. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother service.
And we're gonna make a video of concierge versus non-concierge and
Yeah.
what we talk to people and what we learn and what
Yeah.
we've experienced. So yeah, there's definitely options for your rooms.
Yeah.
There's budget.
Yeah,
there's
you want,
strengths.
yeah, because
Yeah.
as you go into, window, no window, veranda, concierge, it gives a price up.
Yeah.
You price up on that, but that's why I like to say look at that and consider right before. If you know you're gonna be out on the cruise and you're not gonna be in the room
Get an
too
inside
much,
room.
get an inside room. It's not a big deal. If you want the veranda and you're like, I know I'm gonna go and take a quick nap and I want to enjoy the balcony alone and have that privacy, then take the veranda. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think that's a great option to start paying attention to now before you
Yeah.
book.
But that's it for our tips
Yes.
before the cruise.
Oh, I love this. I think it's such a great, just because when me and him were going on the cruise, I was searching
Yes.
so much for tips, and like now that we've done it, I'm recommending now based off of experience, and now we're gonna be able to just
Yeah. So
do this little
let us
series.
know if you guys get any more questions. We're gonna make a video of tips while you're in the cruise,
Yes.
so that is coming.
But if we missed anything at all, just comment below all your questions so we can add them, and hopefully
Yeah.
somebody else might have that same question.
So we'll see you guys on the next video.